You might be polite, well-traveled, and respectful, and still deeply offend someone in Japan or China without ever realizing it. These countries may be modern and welcoming, but beneath the surface are cultural landmines, centuries-old values and customs that aren't always visible to outsiders. In today's video, we're diving into the most unexpected ways you can accidentally insult someone in Japan or China. If you're planning a visit or just curious about cultural nuance, this might save you a ton of awkward moments. And yes, some of these are truly bizarre. Writing someone's name in red in China. In China, writing someone's name in red ink is a symbolic curse. Red is typically a festive color, yes, but not for names. Why? Because on gravestones and death notices, names are traditionally written in red. Writing a living person's name in red is like saying you want them dead or invoking bad luck. It's subtle, but carries deep emotional weight, especially with older generations. So if you're writing a card, signing a guest book, or labeling something, never use red ink for names. Sticking chopsticks upright in rice when you're in China or Japan. In both Japan and China, sticking chopsticks vertically into a bowl of rice resembles a funeral offering. It's something you do for the dead, not during a casual dinner. Doing this in someone's home or at a traditional restaurant is seen as deeply disrespectful, even morbid. Always rest your chopsticks neatly on a holder or across your plate. Giving clocks or umbrellas as gifts in China. Thinking about giving a clock or an umbrella as a gift in China? Think again. The phrase "songzhong" in Chinese literally means to pay one's last respects or to attend a funeral ritual. It can also refer to look after one's aged parents and arrange proper burial after they die. Additionally, in a cultural context, there's a superstition that giving clocks or watches, which sounds similar to "songzhong," is bad luck because it's associated with death and funerals. Umbrellas. The word sign sounds like separation, split, or scattered. Hence, it is not a preferred word for any good occasion. Giving one may suggest your relationship is about to end. In China, these gifts carry unlucky omens. Go with something safe like tea, fruit, or regional snacks. In East Asia, the head is sacred. Touching it, especially without permission, is a major no. While patting a kid's head might seem affectionate in the West, in China and Japan, it can feel condescending, especially to elders or monks. It's not just about physical boundaries, it's about respect and status. When in doubt, keep your hands below the shoulder. Leaving your chopsticks crossed in Japan. Crossed chopsticks? Looks harmless. But in Japan, they symbolize death. They resemble a funeral cross and are considered bad luck, especially during meals. Even casually placing chopsticks in an X shape suggests carelessness or disrespect. Always lay them parallel or use a chopstick rest. Using one hand to give or receive in Japan and China. In both cultures, giving or receiving anything, money, gifts, or business cards, with one hand is considered lazy or rude. Using both hands shows respect, humility, and attention to the interaction. Especially in formal or business settings, one-handed exchanges can send the wrong message that you're not taking it seriously. Staring at strangers in Japan and China, especially elders. Eye contact may show confidence in the West, but in Japan and China, staring, especially at elders or in quiet settings like subways or temples, can be seen as intrusive or even hostile. Be aware of your gaze. Look, but don't linger. Cultural respect often begins with subtlety. Refusing a compliment or gift too harshly in China. In China, rejecting a compliment or gift too forcefully can feel cold or ungrateful. The polite script? Decline once or twice, then accept gracefully. It shows modesty, not arrogance. Responding with sarcasm or saying, "I know," can be interpreted as boastful or rude. Not covering tattoos in Japan. Tattoos are trendy worldwide, but in Japan, they're still tied to the Yakuza, which are organized crime syndicates originating in Japan. Many public places, like onsen hot springs or gyms, ban visible tattoos. Even tourists are expected to cover up, especially in traditional settings. It's less about fashion and more about reputation and trust. Giving in sets of 4 in China. In Chinese culture, the number 4 sounds like the word for death. Giving gifts in sets of 4 feels ominous, like you're sending a funeral message. Want to show goodwill? Go with lucky numbers like 6, 8, or 9 instead. publicly criticizing your own country as a foreigner. You might think complaining about your government builds rapport, but in Asia, it can come off as arrogant or disrespectful. Locals might wonder, if it's that bad, why are you here? In China and Japan, national pride runs deep. Stay open-minded, but also gracious when discussing home. Refusing to remove sunglasses indoors in Japan and China. Wearing sunglasses indoors might look cool in Hollywood, but in Japan and China, it can come off as secretive, arrogant, or even disrespectful. Eye contact, or at least visibility of the eyes, is important in social harmony and trust. Keeping sunglasses on in a meeting, restaurant, or during conversation can feel like you're hiding something or looking down on others. When entering a building or speaking with someone face-to-face, take them off. It shows presence and humility. Whistling at night in China and Japan. It might sound innocent or even fun, but whistling at night in both China and Japan is steeped in superstition. In Chinese folklore, whistling after dark is said to attract ghosts or evil spirits. It's considered a spiritual invitation for the supernatural, something elders especially warn children against. In Japan, it's also linked to bad luck, or even a signal used by thieves. So if you find yourself walking the streets at night and feeling musical, maybe hum instead. The spirits and your neighbors will thank you. There you have it, some of the most offensive things you might accidentally do in Japan or China. These aren't just quirky rules, they're windows into deep-rooted values of respect, harmony, and symbolism. Have you experienced or witnessed any of these cultural missteps? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more insights into global culture, etiquette, and travel smarts. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay respectful.